What's up everyone, and welcome back to the channel for another 4K Blu-ray review. And today's movie is actually a movie we just saw in theaters over the summer. That would be Osgood Perkins' thriller, Longlegs. This has actually been out on 4K for several weeks now, but I was waiting for this steelbook to come in. It was an international steelbook, and it finally came in. And while it looks super cool, there's some issues with it. We'll talk about that later. Check out the eyes on the front, long legs. And I don't actually remember this in the film at all, but it's still pretty cool. Steelbooks are vastly underrated. Blu-ray disc, 4K disc. As I mentioned, we saw this over the summer. You can read the review. I'll put it in the description. But in terms of this release, standard 4K and Blu-ray. But what I didn't realize is this is an international release. The Blu-ray disc is region coded, which I thought my player was an all-region player. It's not, which means I couldn't read the Blu-ray disc, which means I couldn't access these special features, unfortunately, but I probably wouldn't watch them anyway. But in terms of bonus features, you have on-set interviews with Osgood Perkins, Micah Monroe, and Blair Underwood, as well as Alicia Witt. She played her mom. There's also a commentary with Osgood Perkins and several other documentaries. So get the US release if you want to watch these special features. I'm kind of indifferent. Region locked. In terms of the movie, I was totally into this when we saw it in the theaters over the summer. It's one of my favorite movies of 2024. After watching it again, I liked it even more the second time. It's right up there with movies such as Silence of the Lambs and Seven. Though probably just slightly behind because those are great movies. It's such a slow burn of a thriller, and there's great performances by both Nicolas Cage and Micah Monroe. And the camera work, there's some really cool camera angles in here by Osgood Perkins. It really adds to the tension. Let's get into the review. In terms of the image, the film jumps around from a 2391 image to like a 4:3 image for some of the older shots with Longlegs and Lee and her mother's interactions with Longlegs. For the most part, the 4K image is really dark during most of the indoor shots. The outdoor shots are fine and really show off how good 4K can be. The indoor shots had minimal light, and while the black levels were really good, I would have liked a tad more lighting, but then again, it helped add to the tension. For a 2024 release though, I expected the 4K image to be a tad better, but if you're focused on the movie itself, you don't really notice. The DTS 5.1 HD audio track was great. The darker image coupled with the eerie score really put this film over the top. Nicolas Cage's screams and voice was terrific, and the audio track really captured that. There's a ton of low frequency effects here, as we can feel for Lee Parker as she pieces together the truth. The sounds from some of the killing instruments made a noticeable thud that was a tad creepy and gave the horror vibes. This is a great soundtrack. Overall, I'm happy with this release outside of the Blu-ray issues, and it's a super cool steelbook. I was more into getting this for the film itself because it's really that good, and it deserves a watch for those that like serial killer with a horror vibe type movies. 9.5 out of 10. Well, that's today's review. Come back again for another 4K Blu-ray review.
Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share, bruh.